Okay, I won't need any of those tonight. I would just like to know them for the future, or in case you decide to try to contact anyone.
Well, I may give them all names and whatnot. I still need to work on the actual document a bit more as well.
No problem. Tinker all you like. Basically, I just need most of it for background.
I really gotta work on Stormweaver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to keep the Vice High Protector vacant just to see what you do with that.
Well, like I said, I'm assuming there's a Cold War for succession going on. You know, all kinds of political fuckery below trying to get that position.
Yeah, all the lower class, all the middle class merchants that want it, and it's the only position that non-changelings are allowed to hold as well.
All right.
What did you do to your finger?
So I'm going to set the first scene.
Okay.
Sarix.
Hello.
It's after the quest. You've been back in the city for a few days. You put out some feelers about where to find your sword.
Mm-hmm.
You got the address of the collector.
Yes.
Okay. You're in your apartment. I assume you have one, correct?
Yes.
What does that look like? Tell me about your apartment.
Okay, it is a very refined apartment. For what Sarix can get with the money they make from various jobs that they do with the law enforcement, etc. So it's a bit of finery is a necessity,
Okay.
but not too much.
It's not overly opulent, but you've got some comforts.
Yes. There are a few various weapons that Sarix keeps, but nothing compares to the sword that they have lost.
Okay. Alright, so there is a knock at your door, just this loud pounding. City guard, open up!
Gee, loud.
Sarix is going to... interesting. Sarix is going to morph into a little old lady and open the door slowly. Yes, darlings, how can I help you?
You see 4 heavily armed and armored guards. They're like, "Ma'am, is Sarix in?"
Oh, yes, dear, I'm just the housekeeper.
Ma'am, we're going to have to ask you to put this on. They're holding a nullifier collar. You recognize this. This will put you back in your native shape and prevent you from shape changing.
Am I allowed to touch it?
As long as it doesn't go around your neck, yes.
Oh, dearies, what can be the matter?
This is a matter for the city guard, ma'am. We need to find Sarix now. Put it on, or we're going to assume you're Sarix and beat you up and take you to jail.
Oh, unless you have a warrant to do that, I don't think you can.
We don't need a warrant. This comes from the council itself.
Oh, the council. Oh, nasty buggers that they are. Well, if you excuse me, I've got some cleaning to do, so goodbye.
Alright. Okay, so woo! Alright, here we go. Damn it, my Roll20 quit working. Okay. Alright, so Sarix, here's what's happening. There are 4 big, burly, heavily armed guards standing at the door. They're getting ready to push their way in.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to close the door in their face. They have wands that will cast Paralyze.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sarix, what do you want to do? You have the opportunity to choose right now.
Let me have a look at my character sheet. Let's see what I can. Oh god, oh yeah. Alright, Sarix is going to Sarix is going to transform back into their comfortable form of more of a male look, grab as many weapons as they can, and jump out of the window.
Okay. Alright, difficulty to land safely, jumping out of the window. Oh, okay, this will be a challenge.
Can you turn into something with wings?
No.
No.
Ah.
Damn.
Alright, so first thing you've got to do is you're going to have to roll fight to keep the door closed.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, so the difficulty on that will be 4, because it's 4 guys trying to shove in the door.
So does that go in the modifier?
No, that's just the difficulty. You got to beat that number.
Yeah,
Okay.
just roll regular fight.
Okay. You may succeed at a cost, or you can fail this one. Doesn't mean you failed the challenge to get out. But
Okay.
if you fail this one, you can still do you get 2 other things to do.
Okay, then I'm going to fail.
Okay, you're going to fail. Second thing you've got to do is make an athletics roll to dodge the blasts
Okay.
as they've kicked open the door and they're opening fire.
Okay.
Difficulty on that is 3.
Okay. Ooh, yay!
Nice. All right, you dodge out of the way. Last thing, before you get to the window, you have to roll notice to grab 1 or 2 weapons.
Okay.
The difficulty on that is 4. So.
Wait, which finger should I use for this?
Oh, I got the middle finger.
I am. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to use my middle finger of my left hand.
Okay,
He's
you
temporarily
failed,
blinded.
but you can succeed you can fail or succeed at a cost. Your choice.
I mean, this is other to grab a weapon, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, Sarix is rushing out of the window, so I'll fail.
Okay, you dive out the window. Thanks to your good athletics roll, you managed to land in such a way on the ledge that you shimmy down the drain pipe.
As an old
Okay.
lady. Wait, no, he changed back. Right. I was picturing this whole sequence as an old lady.
Alright, so now, Sarix, there is a squad of guards outside.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go through another little challenge to escape them.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alright. You're gonna need to roll. Okay, the way it's gonna work is you're gonna have to roll notice to see a way past them. You're gonna have to roll stealth to hide in the crowd. And lastly, you're going to have to roll athletics to dodge around a few obstacles to, put some distance between you and them.
Okay. Right. So first, notice.
Yes.
I feel the stress in this, honestly.
Oh.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see if the guards... The guards... yeah. Okay. So... You can fail or succeed at a cost. What do you want to do?
I think this time I'm going to succeed at a cost.
Okay. You do find a way out. You manage to find where you're going to run to, but You basically have to make the athletics roll to dodge between the biggest guard's legs and keep running.
Okay.
And athletics versus his. So roll it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes,
Ooh.
you just dodge like a greased cat between his legs. You do an action roll across the courtyard.
God, those for Aaron. Good.
Now you got to make a stealth roll to lose them in the alleys.
Oh dear. Okay. Right.
Oh God.
All right, you may fail or succeed at cost.
I'm going to succeed at a cost.
What are all
Okay,
these
excellent.
costs?
All right, you managed to make it away. However, the cost is you run into a group of angry orcs.
Oh.
What are they angry about?
What do you look like?
I think I'm going to. How quickly am I able to notice the orcs before they notice me?
Roll notice.
Oh.
They notice you first.
In fact, you may have run directly into one of them.
Sarek, put the shovel
Yeah, I'm
down.
going with that. Sarx blunders into this group of angry orcs. What do you look like, Sarx? This is important.
Sarx is in a more male-looking figure of their preferred look.
Is
I
it
guess.
the one Jory draw in the art section?
Yes, but more humanistic than.
So
changeling.
you look rather like a changeling.
Not like a changeling, but human, elvish human.
Elvish human. They look at you and go, "What are you doing, pointy ears?"
Those guards out back there are coming to get you. I only felt it to warn you.
You better roll deceive for this and hope it works.
Wait.
So many rolls.
You've been getting in so much trouble.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
We'll definitely take that into account. It's a sad day for our kind. You've been a good friend to us. We'll be kind to the elf kind we find in the city. For those changelings, no mercy.
Oh, damn.
You win some, you lose some.
Alright, we're gonna cut to Aile's office.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Ale, there is a knock at your door. And
Stormweaver's
there
there
is a... Okay, yeah. Who all wants to be at Aile's office?
Okay, so what we know so far from the last go is Stormweaver and Malorus are with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it from the last one. I mean,
Well,
unless
I was
some-
just
Yeah,
asking if
because-
anybody wanted to be in this scene.
Fuck it.
Okay, so Aaron is there.
I do know
I
Winnie
didn't
wanted to
say
go
hi again.
to Aaron, so
Oh.
Winnie might be there too.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so Winnie and Aaron are there.
Okay. Yep.
Fabulous. Alright, Agroth, are you there, or are you somewhere else?
I think Agrog would be somewhere else at the moment.
Rock on. Okay, I'll get to you in a moment. Alright, so a rather tall, burly, and fairly handsome watch commander is at the door with two of his guards. He's like, would you be Ale, the doctor?
Yes.
I have troubling news, and I need to ask you a few questions, sir. May I come in?
Sure.
He shows you a magical rendering. Think of those newspapers from Harry Potter kind of thing, of Sarix. And, he holds that up to you, and it's like, are you familiar with this individual?
Oh, ancestors, what did he do now?
And I assume all of us are able to see him, right?
Yes.
Okay, Aaron's nervously laughing.
Who's at the
It's not
door?
funny,
Do they
young
need a
man.
drink?
Listen. Cyrix is wanted for the murder of Zothmog. The orcish businessman.
Oh no!
I understand that he funded your expedition to the south. Can you think of why Cyrix would want to kill him?
Oh no. That guy, he was nice.
No.
I noticed he wanted to sleep with him pretty badly.
Well, do you honestly realize? Do you really think that Cyrix would have denied that by killing someone?
So you think you report that Zothmog wanted to sleep with Cyrix?
Something about mixing their species, I think.
Very good. And your name, sir?
Oh, Stormweaver.
Very good, Mr. Stormweaver. We're Cyrix and Zothmog close.
Ale runs over to the Stormweaver and like grabs his muzzle and keeps it shut. It's
Oh,
just
well,
like they. I do not believe they were. No.
I'd like to speak to your associate.
Aaron goes over. Nurse is like, they were not close.
Get a fate point for that performance. And Stormweaver, you get one for being completely ignorant of how to operate the police. All right, Winnie, what are you doing in this situation? It's the cops.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay out of sight, like in the back corner and completely unnoticed as possible.
Fantastic. All right. So, anyway, you said they were possibly lovers, Mr. Stormweaver?
He just mostly makes faces because Ale's arms are around his muzzle.
Please let his face go, Doctor.
Ale looks over at Stormweaver and says, "Don't mess this up." And slowly lets go of his.
We would really like to complete all of this here in an informal setting, but we can go down to the guard station if you like.
Did they hear what he said?
Yes.
Is there a way, can Winnie, like, sneak her way out and around and try to make some sort of a distraction outside to...
First off, Winnie is really great at sneaking, so yes. Absolutely. This is what you were born to do. Distraction, I believe you have something called with a bang, not a whimper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I think you'll do fine. Provoke. Okay, so to get out, you'll need to roll athletics to dodge around the men, then stealth to get past them, and finally provoke to create your massive distraction.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's good.
Okay. Alright, you can fail or succeed at a cost, Winnie.
These costs are pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm going to succeed with the cost.
Say again, you broke up.
I'm sorry, I'm going to succeed with the cost.
Okay, excellent. Alright, so the cost... Okay, yeah, the cost is that you are going to... Well, we'll get to the cost when you start your distraction. So go for the Stealth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Oh.
Seriously?
Succeed
Poor thing.
at a bigger cost?
Let's do it.
No, really? Oh shit.
Okay,
What?
alright, so the cost has grown.
Oh god.
So now roll provoke.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's better.
Okay, there is the loudest, most horrible screaming and clatter outside. Winnie, you reached into your bag of holding. And you pulled out a giant, angry mechanical spider.
Oh, those
Which,
mechanical
while very
spiders.
distracting, is calling a lot of attention.
Guide
Okay.
me everywhere I go.
What in the ancestors' tales?
Alright, so we have a giant mechanical spider running amok. The guards are effectively distracted from all of you. What are you going to do now?
I'm out. Running. Get out of
Aaron
there.
runs. Alright, Aaron's running away, so make an athletics check to make it out of there and hopefully not get caught by the spider.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what the spider rolls. Does he know?
Woo!
No, you're like, I'm out. There's like an Aaron-shaped cloud of dust where Aaron was. All right, so we're gonna go.
So
Winnie,
Stormweaver has no idea what's going on, so he's probably going to try to fight the spider.
well, this spider's completely out of control. It's gone insane inside Winnie's bag for God knows how long. So we've got Winnie, Ale, and Stormweaver. So it'll be Winnie, Ale, Stormweaver. That's the
And also
the,
Malorus, isn't he there?
Malorus is there. We'll see what Malorus does in a moment. Okay, so Winnie, what do you do?
So I'm assuming that they've run out run out into the street as well.
Yes, the spider grabs one of the guards and eats him.
So I quickly want to get over to Ale and Stormweaver and tell them, pretty much quickly, hey, let's get out of here. We need to warn Sarah.
Why? What's wrong? No one told him anything.
That's true. That is very true.
Ale as
Well,
a...
they accuse Sarix of killing somebody, and there's no way he could have done that.
Oh,
Nothing
I don't know. He's a little bipolar.
happened to you recently. That's definitely something that I think somebody's setting him up.
Fair enough.
I'm so nonchalant about it.
Okay, Ale, what are you doing?
Ale is checking all of the number of those rooms. This whole time has been running around checking the multitude of rooms, just to be sure he wasn't like oblivious to any patients that were waiting for him.
No, there are no patients. It's been a slow day. Malorus is coming out of the back, and he's got like a sort of towel around his head, and he's like, huh? What's going on?
Ale just
He's just finished a bath. Sounds like some kind of unholy ruckus out there.
Ale's just like, it's like, giant mechanical spider. That's it. Very angry.
That don't sound normal. I'll get my armor.
Ale like just slowly like looks at everyone else real quick, having with that scene, and just goes like, nothing happened.
There are screams outside, and you smell smoke.
Nothing happened.
I think he meant between him and Malorus.
Yeah. You sure?
What?
Like, you sure? I ship it. So I want to know if this is true.
Aren't you outside?
Yes, I am.
Aaron's somewhere
Aaron's
else.
gone.
Ale, Ale, of course, smells the smoke and all the other stuff, and is like looking around for the source of a fire.
Several buildings on the street are on fire as the giant mechanical spider belches fireballs at them. The Watch Commander Bezarides is fighting it very valiantly. Two of his men have been ground up, and it's basically, instead of jaws, it just has like what looks like a wood mulcher for a mouth.
I mean, I'm just getting Wild Wild West vibes right now, all over the place. So I'm just, but
It's more like Saw meets the Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's scary.
Hello, Will Smith. I want to play a game.
Yes.
Shouldn't we find him? Does anyone know where he lives?
Would Ale?
Would Aaron know where? Yeah, like, would Aaron know where he lives?
If Aaron makes a lore roll, yes.
I'm making a lore roll. Where's my lore? Ah, my lore is really good, but I only got one.
You know where Serix lives. It's fine.
Okay, I'm running towards that.
Aaron's been to several tea parties with Serix.
You're running towards Serix's place. More guards are running past you. They're like, it's a monster in the city! What the hell is going on out there? It's mass hysteria!
Just avoiding them. I can't, if, they don't know what's going on. Just running past.
Okay, you're running past. Are the others headed toward... Where are y'all headed?
Well, Stormweaver has no idea where he lives, and he didn't see where Aaron went.
Okay.
So this, because the thing about it is, like, considering that the thing is causing a lot of havoc, Ale's pretty sure that there's going to be a huge influx of patients afterwards. So he's, but I'm not sure if the clinic's safe for him to be at right now. So I'm trying to debate whether or not he's running or not.
You can probably try to stop the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what
what
I
I
thought
figured Stormweaver would do.
And at least get him out of here. So if something happens with the, is there? I don't know. I'm trying to think. If you can just get him out of here, that way we don't end up giving more information than we really should. We
already gave more information than needed to be said. Thank you, Stormweaver.
It was, well, in the
didn't know.
Cards,
I
they don't
know.
usually lie to each other.
No, I'm not. You didn't know.
All right. As you all are discussing what to do, Malorus takes a flying run out the door, two-handed sword in hand, and just shrieks as he jumps at the spider.
Alright, so Stormweaver's gonna help him fight the spider now, then.
Okay.
Ale's arms just flop down to his sides. He arches his back and looks up at the ceiling and just lets out this "Ah!" and runs right after them.
All right. So, Winnie.
Is there? Does Winnie know any special tricks to, like, deactivate or whatever the mechanical
Make
spider?
a lore roll, Winnie.
I'll have to do a mediocre.
Remember, you've forgotten more secrets than most people ever know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, if you spend a fate point on unaligned Fey Trickster, then yes, you can. You'll know how to turn it off.
Okay.
There's an on and off switch.
It's on the back.
All right. Yep, I'll spend my fate point.
Okay. All right. It involves you have to fly. It would take someone your size. You have to fly under it. Get past, of course, the whirling blades. Make your way inside, and you have to basically pull a green glowing crystal from the center of the mechanisms.
Okay.
I would hope someone could incapacitate it at least a little bit before she flies around blades.
Well, that's where you guys come in. All right, so, Ale, what are you doing?
Okay, so Winnie's about to have to fly into that thing, and so she's currently doing that. I'm sure by now Ale's kind of caught up with Stormweaver and Malorus.
Yes.
Priority would be Winnie right now.
He doesn't know what she's doing.
Oh, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
That's right.
Can't see it. Okay, so I want to say he uses his ice powers and kind of like makes a fortification on the fighters.
So you want to create an advantage for the fighters.
Yeah, like an ice armor or something.
All right, you can give them a boost. To do that, you have to roll rapport.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You begin to chant. Okay, all fighters in this scenario, actually everybody who's fighting against the spider gets 1 time only +2 to any defense roll against it.
Sweet.
So in this case, it would be like a physique roll if it attacks them or something, I guess.
They can add it to either one, athletics or physique.
Ah, okay.
So they basically you've beefed their defense.
Yay.
All right, Stormweaver. What are you doing?
Should Malorus go first? He was the first out there.
Malorus, I'm not going to roll for him because he's an NPC and it's no fun watching me play with myself. So and I'll narrate what the NPCs do.
Okay. So it's metal, so electricity.
Okay. All right. So what are you going to do? Are you trying to attack it?
Yeah, attack.
Okay. So are you going to shoot it with a blast, or are you going to grapple it or hit it with your swords, or what?
I want to say, I don't think grappling would help. It's very large.
But you're also very strong.
This is also true. Okay, maybe just like grab one of the legs and
you're strong and electric.
Yeah. So yeah, grab one of the legs and shock it while I guess grappling a leg.
Okay, so it would be roll fight.
Okay, fight.
Okay. Spider. Okay, you managed to get hold of the spider, but it's very strong, and it's actually got 2 legs on you, and you're wrestling it now. It's like, you're holding it back, but it's holding its own. The electricity's not bothering it.
Oh, damn.
All right. Things are getting interesting. So let's see. So Malorus has decided to just smack the crap out of it with his big 2-handed sword, and he's striking sparks against it, and gears are flying off of it, and he's basically howling and shrieking with battle rage. The guards are coming in, and they're shooting at it with their wands of magic missile and whatnot. They're just blasting this thing. It's still up. It's still quite tough. So
his
Winnie,
battle cries are making Ale feel funny in his pants.
That's a good one.
Malorus creates an advantage for getting it on. Anyway. All right, so Winnie. This is going to be a series. It's going to be a challenge. So you're going to have to roll stealth to not be noticed by the spider, athletics to get past the blades, and then lore to basically deactivate the sucker. Are you ready?
Yeah, but I was going to say instead of lore, wouldn't because I would remember how to do it, right? With the crystal.
Maybe
So would it be like
You remember the crystal, but you're not sure which way to turn it.
Ah.
So that's why it's still a challenge.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So you said stealth or athletics first? I'm sorry.
Athletics to get past or stealth to be missed by the spider. Athletics to pass the whirling blades.
Okay. Can I use Ninja Vanish? Along with that?
That's if you're noticed, you can use that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't need that. That's
No
good.
one knows you exist.
Damn.
Oh, okay. And then athletics. Fingers crossed. That's good.
Holy
Alright.
crap! Alright, speaking of ninjas, you like see the blades, you close your eyes and slide between them. Just like, not even a problem. Alright. You're now inside the spider's internal body cavity. Make a lore roll.
All right. Fingers crossed.
Starting out with like bad rolls, like Syrinx and Winnie both. Let's hope Syrinx gets this lucky next time.
Alright,
Oh,
do you
no.
want to fail or succeed at a cost?
Let's succeed at a cost. Why not?
Yes.
Alright, you switch off the, you manage to yank the crystal into the proper position that turns it off. The cost. Gonna need Stormweaver and Errol, and I'll roll for Malorus to make an athletics roll to dodge the giant falling spider.
Alright, athletics. There's mine. Zori, where's yours? Is that it?
Right there.
Okay.
All right. Malorus, he's going to succeed at a cost. He just like drops his sword and it gets broken.
Oh.
He's like, I liked that sword. Oh well. All right. So the spider's off. The watch commander is like, thank you all for your help. You did very well. We're going to have to deeply investigate who summoned this beast into our fair city. What kind of act of war this is. So, all right.
Hope you don't get caught.
Now that scene's over. Oh man. Oh man. All right, so Syrinx,
Hello.
you are running and you run smack into 80s kid listening to his Walkman.
Is there anyone chasing me at the moment, or am I in the
Not
clear?
at the moment. So Agroth, an elf dude.
Oh,
You
yeah.
think it's a dude. It's hard to tell the difference with elves. But the elf just smacks into you.
Agroth will look at him and be like, watch where you're going, dude.
Okay, right, calm down with your other worldly technology that doesn't belong here that would be possessed by a demon?
This is the shape that Agroth has worn for the last few adventures, so you do know it, sir.
Yes. Alright, okay, alright. Agroth, calm down, it's me, it's Sarex. Fuck's sake.
Agroth will smile and be like, "Oh, all right," and like kind of grab him by his arm. And Agroth was on his way to Allie's house.
Okay.
Who's Allie?
Yeah, who's Allie?
Or wait,
Yeah,
Aaron,
no.
I'm sorry. Aaron,
Illyriel?
bad.
Valerial? Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron's house.
Okay.
Okay.
You're on your way. Okay. Aaron, you arrive at Sarex's apartment. You see the place is torn up. There are guards everywhere.
Slowly backing away and going trying to investigate outside the house to see outside the apartment to see if there's any way to find out where Starks has gone, because it's the only person that they're obviously looking for.
Use your cat nose.
Cat noses don't smell that well.
They don't.
Transform into a cat!
Okay.
All right, as you're moving around, several you see some orcs who are like standing there holding picket signs talking about justice for Zothmog.
Aaron's very curious about why they're out there. So they walk up to him and just say, what's and then kind of makes a motion at the signs.
That damn changeling vigilante. They killed Zothmog with their sword. I saw it at the courthouse with my own eyes. They brought the sword in. Evidence that damn changeling did it.
What?
Listen, kid, don't concern yourself with this. This is orc business. We've got no problem with you. But our country has definitely got a problem with Crystallis unless they absolutely make reparations for this murder.
Oh, God.
Aaron just kind of nods and it's like,
An orcish woman's like, I absolutely bet that those disgusting changelings hired that one as an assassin to kill Zothmog to weaken our economic interests.
And don't forget to buy Mrs. Lovelet's meat pies.
Aaron proceeds to go on like, have you happened to see a changeling?
No, because if we did, they draw one hand across their throats in a cutting motion.
Do they even know what changelings actually look like?
Yeah, exactly.
They do know there are magics that can render a changeling unable to change.
Okay.
Ooh,
So they're starting their own little orcish inquisition.
Okay.
Oh.
So Aaron's just like nods. It's like, okay. I'm gonna go. Changes into kind of scurries off a little bit. Kind of looking around for like more.
As you're scurrying off, roll a stealth roll, please.
Stealth roll. Got it.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
All right. You notice that when you turned into a cat, it wasn't an orc. It was a bigger creature. It was a big ogre wearing like hunting leathers. And carrying a couple of wicked-looking blades and a bow, was watching you.
Okay.
Carefully.
Okay.
Wasn't I attacked by an ogre?
Why, yes, you were.
Yeah. So Aaron's going to quote unquote pay no mind, basically acting as if they never noticed, and go on and continue looking for clues on where Zerix could have gone.
You just
All
said that
right.
like a radio announcement, like an old
I
1920s radio story.
I know, like right when I said that, I was like, oh god, that's so not how I wanted to say it.
And
That
on
was
tonight's program, the cat is trying to find
Speaking of folks searching around, Agroth, you and Sarix have arrived at Illyriel's house.
Agroth will just walk up and knock on the door.
She opens the door. Agroth, it's a pleasure to see you. And I don't know your friend.
It's Sarex. Hello.
Oh, hello. Pardon me. I'll put the kettle on. I've been remiss this morning. I've been studying.
Yes, I've been rather remiss too. Yeah.
Well, what's going on? How can I help you?
I had the local constabulary knock on my humble abode this morning.
Oh my goodness. Well, what did they want?
Did they actually tell me what they wanted?
No, you decided to go on an action movie before finding out anything.
Well, they did have a very dangerous collar on them, so I'm not going to stick around.
True.
Well, no, but they did have a collar which would have... What's it called? The collar?
Oh, a nullifier collar.
They did have a nullifier collar, so yeah, that means it's bad. And nullifier collars are very... I don't even know how they were able to make them.
They're made with meteoric iron. You can make them.
They're very rare.
Yes. Well, it seems though that a lot of crystalline technology is ending up in various cities. So.
Intriguing. Wonder why. Anyway, yes, I don't know why they banged at my door, but it was a threatening B, the collar was threatening C, I had to jump out. Although,
Illyriel holds up the front page of the newspaper, showing your picture and talking about how you murdered Zothmog, and it shows a gory picture of Zothmog with your sword jammed through his body.
What?
Might that be why?
What? My sword's been missing since the beginning of my journey to the southern lands. I wasn't even there when Why would someone hurt Zothmog? He was lovely. He funded our trip. So how can they pin that on me when I was journeying around?
How long have you been back?
How long have we been back?
1 day.
1 day. 1 day?
He was murdered early this morning.
I was in my apartment and I didn't have my sword. I've been missing my sword for a while.
Did you have anyone with you?
I had all my friends with me.
Aw.
In your apartment?
In my apartment? No, not in my apartment, no.
Well, the unfortunate part is you don't have an alibi except for your friends.
And the mercenary, who did state that my sword has been missing for a while to them, so...
Well... Why would someone want to blame this on you?
I have absolutely no idea. But that sword is a very, very powerful sword, and they just left it there in him.
Who else would know its significance?
Oh, the collector.
Yes, apparently the collector is the one that I contacted and helped you find. The
Yes.
collector's complaining that a bunch of his artifacts were stolen.
And that could have been... They've stolen my sword from that collection.
Mm-hmm.
Could I look at the newspaper and use investigate to see anything
Absolutely.
unsettling or might point out something? Okay. Ooh.
Okay. You ascertain a couple of things.
Okay.
Whoever did this was intimately familiar with changeling culture
Mm-hmm.
and was familiar with how changeling government and jurisprudence works.
Okay. Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
They're intimately familiar with how changeling culture and jurisprudence works.
Jurisprudence?
Basically, law, legal precedents, court stuff.
Right. Okay, right. Why would someone do this? Chrysalis has no... Why?
Well, what was your station in Chrysalis before you moved here?
I was a commanding officer in one of the Protector's guards.
Do you have any contacts in the guard still?
Sort of. Yeah.
You could ask them. I'd be happy to act as a go-between since you're indisposed.
Yes. There's one particular individual that might be able to help me. They also had little concerns of the incident that happened, but didn't go as far as I did to disobey, but he sympathized with me. Yalen Talvik.
Yalen Talvik, all right. I will work to get a message to them.
Yes. I need to know as much information as I can from that side.
Meantime, you can stay here.
That makes me so happy, actually. Oh my gosh.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, with that reaction, how could out of character resist? In character, however, yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you. And I don't suppose you have any weapons I could borrow?
I believe I have a few weapons that I picked up in my travels. Is there anything in particular you want?
Any kind of sword-based weapon, a crossbow would be. I was actually a pretty good crossbow user when I was a young cadet.
She gives you a nice hand crossbow with some bolts, and then gives you a fairly decent short sword. Looks to be made of kobold steel.
Wonderful. Thank you.
No problem. Is there anyone else you need me to get a message to?
I guess you could contact Ale and let him know I'm here. I'm sure the others tend to be with him. I mean, if I'm not hurting people to bring him business, how am I supposed to help his shop survive?
That is definitely one way of looking at it.
Don't let Elle hear you saying that.
Okay. So, Agroth, is there anything I may do to help you, since you obviously were headed here today?
So, quick, any like or a sign that he could use, like writing something or whatever that can like seal that house to where like his boss, like hell, cannot listen in on what they're doing.
Roll a lore roll. You can spend a fate point to re-roll that.
I'm sorry.
You could spend a fate point to re-roll that because that really sucked.
That's ridiculous. I have Roll20 hating everyone tonight.
All right, so if you invoke a fate point for being a high-profile known demon, and you would know something like this, so yeah, you can have the win if you invoke the fate point.
Okay, totally. All right.
Alright.
So we will do that. It's like Agros, like while they're talking, he's like digging around in the house trying to find stuff. I can
Okay, you
imagine,
managed
like,
to put a circle of protection from demons
right.
in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
I
So
appreciate that.
he looks over to Ariel and says, "Why does Hell have interest in Aaron?"
What?
Yeah, my boss came to me and wants me to keep him safe and report back to him on what he's capable of doing.
You're from Hades, right?
Yeah.
So hang on. She actually goes over to the liquor cabinet and gets out some pretty stiff alcohol and takes a drink.
Damn.
So you're telling me that one of the demon lords of Hades came to the city to specifically ask questions about Aaron. Modius himself appeared.
Yeah.
She takes another drink. All right. I found the boy. I don't know anything else about him. I mean, I guess we could examine that collar his mother left, or he says it's from his mother.
Like show up on your doorstep or something?
Aaron, did you show up on her doorstep?
What I thought was that Aaron was like trying to figure out some kind of magic that was kind of like makeshift. What the hell just happened? But it was like some kind of makeshift like spell he was trying to figure out, and she kind of stumbled upon him.
Okay, all right, yes. Well, I just found him trying to work magic on his own. He's incredibly gifted.
Do you know where he's from?
No. I just found him here in the city.
Is Cerex able to
Agrath
understand
walks over
what's
and
going
grabs
on?
liquor from her hands and takes a drink.
Yeah, she pours you a glass. Felix, yes, you're getting the impression that the demon and the archmage are worried about Aaron, and apparently some grand high muckety muck from Hades came here asking for Agroth to watch over and keep Aaron safe.
So they're speaking in the common tongue.
They're speaking in the common tongue, so you got all of that.
So and they just forgot about me while I'm just listening.
Well, I mean, you're staying in her house. She trusts you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind some of that if that's okay.
It's been a hard
She
day.
pours you some. It tastes a bit like anise seed or licorice.
Oh yes, I know. Yeah, I've had that. Oh, memories. Anyway,
Meanwhile, can Stormweaver try to sniff Sarix out?
I'm gonna get there in a second. Don't you worry. Alright, so we're gonna fade to black on that scene and let you guys marinate in what you discovered about young Aaron.
Oh my gosh.
Stormweaver, Ale, and Winnie, where are you going? Maris has his dagger out and is like, I just don't feel right without my sword.
Aww.
I'm about to be able to make you a new one.
I was actually thinking about this the whole time. Would the hilt of of his two-handed sword still be somewhat intact?
If you spend a fate point, it is.
Okie dokie. So, spin that fate point. And Ale is going to do something that he hasn't done in like 200 years. So he's gonna take the hilt of Maloris's two-handed sword and try to make an ice blade out of it and fix it for him.
Like
Alright, so hang on a sec. I need to look at Ale's character sheet real quick. That would be a crafts roll.
Nice. Okie dokie. Well, this is not going to end well.
It might end well, you don't know.
It ended well.
Me too.
If you spend a fate point, yes, you've done it.
Oh.
Alright, another fate point.
There we go.
He's like, oh, now that's nice.
Stormweaver's holding his up. Ah!
Mine's bigger. You need two. He claps you on the back.
He's also laughing.
I've developed a thirst. Let's go drink.
Neil's just like looking at the whole like scene before them, like the downed mechanical spider, and then like, you know, kind of smiling at them, and then it's just like, oh, Sarix has got nothing on getting me business for my clinic now.
Alright, so what is y'all's course of action now that we've made Maloris a sword?
Stormweaver is going to attempt to literally sniff Sarix out.
Wait,
Okay.
really? Okay, that sounds fun.
He has a dragon face, so...
Yeah.
Alright, so for Stormweaver to do that, it's
That's
gonna
an
be
interesting point. Would changelings have a standard scent despite changing?
no, actually, their scent changes with them.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
It's part of that ability to mock any other life form. So while you try Stormweaver, I'll give you a fate point for it because that was just kind of unfair. Now suddenly I realized, oh wait, changeling's scents change, so good luck.
Well, he's trying. It's not working, but he's trying.
It's adorable. Like he's trying though.
But could Stormweaver smell instant changes of people? Because
No.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, no, depending on the magic used, maybe. Like if Agroth went to his demonic form and then didn't possess somebody and assumed another form, Stormweaver could smell the brimstone on it.
Mm.
But changelings are basically designed. They evolve to hide. They evolve to blend in.
Okay.
It's just what your people are best at.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we're just
So
weirding people out, sniffing random people.
Mallers puts his hand on. Son, trust me. The small people, they don't like that.
That explains
I
all the
tried
faces.
sniffing a lot of butts. It does not work. They get really offended.
Ale just kind of like crosses his arms and is just like kind of looking around and kind of looks over at them and says, "Mate, I'm not. I don't know how to respond to that."
Winnie, what is your idea? What do you want to do right now?
I have no idea.
You could always go to Illyriel's house. She's got the best booze.
Well,
I'm gonna have
Aaron
Aaron
got
go there,
in.
so we're all gonna meet
I-
up there.
Yeah, and I know that Aaron had took off, so I would need to go find out where Aaron is. So I would make my way over to Illyriel's to
Okay.
see if he went there.
All right, Aaron, you have come in the cat door in the back. And everybody else knocks on the door. Illyriel's like, oh, it's you all. Please tell me there's not more horrible news.
Oh, someone tried to catch me.
I don't know if that's horrible or just par for the course. Come in, please.
Aaron's just gonna be
Walking
like,
me.
"Hi."
Aaron, where have you been? Illyriel comes over and hugs you.
I was looking for a friend. Okay.
It's okay. I'm not angry. I just was worried about you.
Sarix is in the corner doing on a table, wearing a pair of glasses, doing the crossword at the back of the paper.
You!
Five
No, 'cause,
letters.
like, No, everyone wanna know who that is.
Five
everyone wanna know who that
letters. Malcontent. Enemy of state. Traitor. Seems rather appealing at the moment. Oh, hi guys.
Hi.
Ale's walks up to Sarix and, like, without even a word, just grabs his chin in his hand and starts tilting his head in different directions and looking all over his body, thinking, like, "Are you okay?"
Stormweaver starts sniffing him.
Aaron,
Ale,
hey, jump onto his shoulder.
Ale, my dear, I am never okay. I thought you knew that.
Well, from the look of you right now, it's kind of an improvement. And what about the demon? Is he okay? Has anyone seen him?
Oh yes, very interesting things. He drinks.
Agros, why do I suddenly picture your feet are propped up on the couch and you're reading like a copy of The Silver Surfer from the kid's backpack?
I was gonna say he's like totally like just like looking at Aaron, like in his head he's like, why is he so special? Like he's like trying to read him as well as he can.
Yeah, Aaron's just kind of smiling at him with, like, the tail wagging like cat would do, just all happily, just like, hi.
When the cat's tail wags, they're annoyed.
No,
I thought it was like,
Dude, my cats can't even operate their own paws, so who fucking knows?
We'll just say it's happy.
Anyway, Sarix is petting the cat.
Alright, so Agroth, you are trying to get some insight into young Aaron. You could try to do a magical probe using Notice.
Let's see.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Josh always has the most fantastic belches this time of night, and I have no idea why.
It's
I like
amazing.
to imagine he's raided a kebab stand or something. All right, so Agroth, you get a disturbing image of a field of dead beings laying all around, and a creature with a lion's head and a shining human body with blood all over her muzzle.
Agroth looks at Aaron terrified.
All right.
So it looks like, are you okay?
Why do I picture Agroth is going to be like the people in the Twilight Zone with the kid that can do anything? Like, that's a real good thing you did.
So Agroth looks terrified.
Yes.
And
The demon looks terrified.
that's exactly what Ale makes a comment of. It's just like, what is so bad that it terrifies even you?
What did I do?
It's a cat who can morph into a shy little thing. Boy, girl. Syrinx, is that boy girl bugging you?
Leave the poor little kitty alone.
Yeah, exactly.
He's such a little...
Would Agroth know like what that is, or
Make a lore roll.
right?
And Syrinx would have been there for all the what they were saying, and he's still petting, and Syrinx is still petting the cat.
Just shows the power of cats. You may be a horrible little world ender, but we love you. Yes, we do. Who's gonna end the universe? This little guy.
Oh, would you like some cream when you're trying to end everyone? Oh, yes, we do.
Okay, so no, Agroth, you have no freaking clue what this is.
So Agroth is like just like staring at Aaron, like half audible, like, what are you?
Erin jumps off of shoulder and like kind of goes towards them, just like in concern.
I could just imagine that he's jumping behind the couch right now.
Literally, like he's got 1 foot off of the couch, so like ready to like kick at you.
What did I do? You know, he's actually there, kind of like semi getting hurt by the, you know, isolated. So yeah.
Is there a way for Agroth to like share what he saw with just one individual?
Yes, you could roll
Illusion?
empathy.
Empathy.
Oh.
So who you sending this one to?
Aaron, like
Oh, okay.
as he's approaching, like he's going to share the image of what he just saw.
All right, Aaron, you see the woman with the lioness's head on a field of battle. Her armor is stained with blood. Her muzzle is stained with blood, and there are mountains of corpses of angels, of demons, of dragons, of elves and dwarves around her for miles and miles and miles.
Can I roll lore to see if I know who the lady is?
You can. You can.
I can.
Yes,
So
you
I'm
can.
going to.
You don't know who she is, but you've seen images kind of like her in the temples of light and darkness.
Okay.
They're two of the main temples in the city.
And of course, Aaron's terrified.
I'm
And kind of runs to look at said book. Your book, right?
No, it's a temple.
No, it's temple. Oh, okay, never mind. Then just kind of backs up and just like runs into, I guess what would be their room.
Okay.
I'm just.
What did Illyriel's like? What did you see, demon?
Agroth was like, "Who is she?" Like, as you're like running away, like, ah!
What on earth are you talking about, Agroth?
And Ale looks over at Agroth and just says, "You need therapy."
Why is he screaming?
Is her drink still out?
Well, I'm sure Malleus
Yes.
is helping himself right now.
Agroth walks over to her like liquor cabinet and just and is like, and lets her like know like what she saw. He says, "I looked into Aaron and I saw this."
Do you show everyone?
Yeah.
All right, Winnie. You
Yes.
actually recognize this person. This
Okay.
thing you're seeing. You were there for it.
Mmm.
You recognize her as Sekhmet.
God! Yes! Sorry. I'm sorry. I was just thinking that too. I couldn't help it. Oh God, I love Egyptian culture.
Well, you're going to love the Temple of Light and Dark. But anyway, so you recognize her as Sekhmet, one of the goddesses that was killed in the war against the Old Ones.
Okay. So I'll tell them this.
Okay. Illyriel sucks in her breath between her teeth, like.
Agroth will look and say, "Is it possible one's soul or just being to transfer to another?"
I
mean,
you
I
know
know I
what?
jump from people to people, but it's different.
Make a lore roll.
Is it more like reincarnation what you're trying to add? But like more complex?
Yeah, I mean, like reincarnation, but like you are like
You have
waiting to be unlocked. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I get it.
you're the same person, but not. You just don't know until
right?
whatever that to open that door.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now I'm just getting the Mummy
Yo.
Returns vibes.
Yeah, I know. I would too.
Actually, Agroth, no, it's not possible because gods don't have souls. But you suddenly realize something. Aaron doesn't have one either.
Mm.
And now I'm getting X-Men Jean Grey Phoenix vibes.
Oh, I love listening to y'all try to figure out what's going on. It's delightful.
Sarix is just still on the table doing the crossword.
Agroth is looking for Aaron.
Why do I picture Sarix just writing the crossword? Nope. None of that. I don't want any part of this shit. Not today, Satan. Okay, so Aaron, do you want Agroth to find you in your room?
If he wants to.
Okay. So Agroth, you find Aaron.
Is she? Are you still in cat form?
No, human.
Okay.
Well, demi-human.
He like walks up to you and like puts his hand on your shoulder and is like just staring.
Aaron kind of like jumps a little bit by that, by the way.
Well, I mean, it's not. There's no like aggressiveness to him.
I know,
not,
it's just the fact that I didn't realize that it was happening. You know,
Oh,
probably
okay,
like,
yeah.
so like not realizing that you were there.
Okay.
Yeah.
and asks. He looks dead at you and says, "Where are you from? How old?"
He looks at him and doesn't know, so kind of is just like confusingly looking with like a head tilt, tears in his eyes. By the way. So yeah, doesn't know. Then Aaron sniffles, tries to collect himself. It's like, do you think that it has to do with then he kind of grabs at the collar and just like motioning at it basically.
How long have you had that?
For as long as I can remember.
Have you ever taken it off?
No, I haven't.
Do you want to examine it, Agroth?
Totally, yeah. Like Agroth will look at you and be like, "Do you mind if I look at it? I won't take it off, I promise."
He nods.
All right. Upon looking at the bell, finally, you know where that's from. That comes from the plane of Taut, which is the home world of Set.
I know this. This is very old. This has the markings of an old friend of.
Oh.
What do you know of Set?
What would I know of Set? I actually don't know.
Roll lore.
Got it. Okay, that's a good roll.
You know all about Set. Set is basically the ruler of Taut, the pantheon of evil and darkness. He's the god of destruction and chaos.
All right, then I know all that information.
And every kind of treachery.
Yeah, so Aaron would just go with, I know a lot.
Why would you have them?
I just feel that this is very important, so I never took it off.
Like, are you a god?
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. Are you?
Well, that's the question of the hour now, isn't it?
I know, we kind of just look at each other. Just like,
are there any knives in the room?
Yeah.
Agroth grabs a knife and cuts his arm and looks at her and says, "Heal me."
Okay, so how would that work? Or would I roll?
Golly. For that one, it would be rapport.
Rapport? A
skill you do not possess. But you can make a mediocre roll.
I'm going to do that now.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Agroth. It does heal, but there is a hideous seething pain of black fire moving over the arm to heal it. Everyone hears a blood-curdling scream from Aaron's room.
And Dale's barging in.
As is like they're not climbing over each other.
And you see basically Aaron wreathed in this black unholy fire.
Like as soon as Dale barged in, he was like, "Okay, this is unacceptable." Okay.
Agroth, it's been a long time since you felt the sting of divine fire.
Agroth will kneel at her feet, or at Aaron's feet, and look to him and say, with every ounce of my fiber, I will make sure you are okay. And no harm will come to you as long as I'm by your side.
Hot damn! All right.
Yeah, and then Aaron's just like, wait, so was that yes on me being a god?
I mean, in Agroth's eyes, you are. Heal a wound like that.
Yeah, that's true. So Aaron just kind of just like, okay.
All right, someone's just called Aaron the G word. How is everybody feeling about this?
Sarex is still in the other room doing the crossword. No shenanigans. No shenanigans.
So when he's gonna look over at Illyriel and in Elvish say, is this even possible?
It could be possible. I mean, to be a godling, it's not unheard of. But I didn't think Sekhmet had any lovers. I'm deeply confused.
You were just on fire.
Yeah, I guess. Aaron's very confused by this, by the way, because this was the first time trying to heal someone, and this is what happens.
Malorus like walks in, takes a big, huge swig. That's tough, boy. That is tough. That's tough. Takes another swig.
Aaron's tempted to take that glass away from him and take a swig himself.
Actually, he just offers you the bottle.
Takes it. Takes a big swig. I'm just like, what the fuck?
You take the swig, and I need you to make a physique roll, Aaron.
Okay. There is a physique roll. Shit.
It's mediocre.
Mediocre. Oh god. It's one.
You managed to stay on your feet, but you're a little stumbly.
Yes,
whatever that stuff is, it's horrible. Why does anyone drink this?
So yeah, Aaron's just like, fuck. And gives the bottle back and it's just like, what is going on?
I'm going into the room where things make slightly more sense.
It doesn't.
As Aaron is trying to give the bottle back to Malorus, Ale just takes it from him and downs a swig as well, and then hands it back to Malorus. And then
I told you, it's medicinal.
and as he gives the bottle back, he covers his eyes and says in complete Draconic, a god with a dragon killing dagger. That's just great.
Wait,
at that moment,
did he say that?
In Draconic.
Oh, Draconic. Okay, so I didn't.
Ale, you hear in your head, a strange, cold alien voice say, "Yes, but gods have obeyed me before."
Ale is lifts his head up with wide eyes and just seems to go rigid. Noticeably rigid. I'm going back into the other room.
And then, like some horrible, cold, alien entity, the dagger sleeps again.
Sarex has helped themselves for a drink of tea, putting a bit of some kind of brandy in it, still doing the crossword.
Stoneweaver goes
as he's
over
watching,
to
as everyone is coming back in.
Is there
Yes.
anyone that Winnie would know in the city that she could go consult? Or anybody in any of the temples that she can go talk to about this?
Why, yes, you made friends with a lovely priestess named Caliba. She's a priestess of Isis.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Yes,
Because
yes,
you're casing trying to steal from their most sacred temple.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I forgot about that.
that was funny.
I didn't.
Oh,
Obviously.
and that's why you're the one in charge of the story.
Okay, so you're going to go see Caliva. Is anyone going to accompany Winnie for this?
Should Aaron go? Because, very important person.
Yes. Why not?
So yeah, Aaron's gonna
Yep,
go.
Agroth will too.
Yeah, Agroth needs to come.
Attempt to get arrested. Get involved
No,
with God shenanigans. Stay at home. Read
stay
books.
at home.
I'm
please.
going to stay at home and read some books.
Okay, so wait, where were they thinking about going?
They're going to a temple.
They're the Temple of Light and Darkness.
Okay. Ale's in. Ale just goes like, "Oh, okay, well, more shenanigans."
I hadn't been to a temple in a while.
Stoneweaver's gonna stay there with Syrinx. They're both people who other people are trying to capture right now.
Yeah, probably a good idea. As for me, I'm gonna go to the temple, and there's this lovely wine shop next door. Looks like we could restock the little lady's liquor cabinet.
That's an idea.
Ale looks over at Illyriel and says, Madam Illyriel, we apologize for ransacking your liquor cabinet.
It's quite all right. I'll stay here, hold down the fort, make sure no one gets kidnapped or sent to the stocks.
Are the stocks still used? How barbaric.
Probably in your case, yes. The orcs are very fond of old school justice.
Lovely.
Aaron goes and hugs her, and it's just like, just tightly hugging her a little bit.
She hugs you back and whispers, "Be careful, my little love. I
He
don't
nods.
care what happens. I'll always take care of you. As
Aww.
long as I can."
Aww. This is so sweet. Yeah, he nods.
Okay, so our scene opens upon the Temple of Light and Dark, while Malorus takes a hard right before entering the doors. He's like, "I'm gonna go over here. I don't think Odin would approve, so I'm gonna be over here."
He just made a hard right to go to the liquor store, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Ale just
Which Odin would approve of, thank you.
which Ale does say. Like, Ale just basically goes, I'm sure he would approve of that direction as well. We'll meet you. We'll meet you somewhere else.
See you back at her house.
Will do. And Ale follows everyone else.
Okay, you all enter the temple. There are massive statues of Horus and Osiris and Isis and Thoth here, as befits a temple of the Pantheon of Light. And off to the side there is, of course, a small shrine to the gods of darkness. People leave offerings to them, so they're left alone.
Do I know where?
Caliva? Yes, you know where Caliva is. She's, you find her in the meditation chamber behind the statue of Isis.
Okay. I'm gonna gesture for everyone else to stay out for a moment, and I'm gonna go in because I don't know who all may be in there with her.
All right, you head in. Caliva's in there alone, making her prayers. And
So
Aaron, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we'll get right back to your scene. Aaron, suddenly everyone freezes.
Oh. Aaron's obviously terrified by this and trying frantically looking around, grabbing like Winnie and everyone just like move.
There's a tall gentleman with dark skin who basically and wearing like a simple brown robe who comes in and goes, "You must be Aaron."
Whoa, and you are?
I am Thoth, who was known as Tehuti.
Do I know about this person?
Thoth is the god of magic. Yes, you absolutely.
Okay, I definitely know this person.
Thoth knows more than Winnie.
Yes. So,
He's Anubis' secretary.
Aaron kind of freezes and she's like, "Wait, what?"
It seems that you have drawn some attention, my young man.
Yeah?
You used power that was not fitting for someone of your lack of knowledge, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have moments you do not remember?
Actually, yeah, I do. I think.
You are coming into your own. And so, it is my responsibility to give you the talking to.
Okay.
You must realize that you are young in your godhood yet.
Mhm.
I knew your mother very well, and I finally had to put her to sleep because she was killing everything in the world.
Wait. So, you're responsible for her death?
Yeah. No, she sleeps. She is not dead.
Sleep. Wait, not sleep. Wait, so it's like, wait. She's not dead?
Oh no, not as dead as any god can be. We do not usually die. We simply sleep.
Wait. Then what does that make me? Am I a god? Am I a demigod? What am I?
You are a very young god. You are a godling, is what we call it.
Okay.
Your father was Set, the old jackal, and your mother was Sekhmet, the lion goddess. One night, as I gave her the wine that made her sleep, Set got into the wine, causing mischief as he does, and you were born, my boy.
Agroth starts smiling and laughing, like, ah.
Actually, no, Agroth, you two are frozen.
Yeah, it's everyone.
Yeah, Thoth has the most magic power of pretty much any being in the multiverse. So he's able to do that. And so he's like, so you see, my boy, you come from a very noble lineage and a very destructive lineage. I hope that you choose the path of being noble and kind, as opposed to destructive.
Yeah, oh, okay. Aaron's kind of like kicking the whole side thing to the side. It's like giving no shits anymore. It's like, okay. But how do I choose? Because obviously I don't remember one side of it.
You choose by your actions, my boy. You have a good heart. I sense this about you.
Okay, I'll... Oh, this is a lot.
I understand it is a lot. Your grandfather Ra sent me to explain.
God! How many fucking gods am I related to?
Well, you are related to our entire pantheon.
Oh, God!
So what does that make
You
for
are
us?
my nephew.
Answers my question.
You are my nephew. Ra is my father. He was your mother's father. That makes him your grandfather. That means Osiris and Isis are your aunt and uncle.
Oh, me! Okay. He's kind of like waving arms. It's like, okay, so much going on here.
Yes,
You're
there
so
is.
nonchalant about it. Fuck.
This is my existence, my boy. I have lived like this for eternity. This is obviously new to you.
Yes! God! What the fuck? Just... Okay.
Yes.
I'll figure this out. I'll figure out what's going on. Other than what you're telling me, I need to learn. A lot more than I thought I needed to learn.
Which is why I am glad that you are with Illyriel. She will teach you well the world of magic, and for that he hands you a scroll. This will tell you everything you need, and should you require a tutorial, you may call upon me.
How do I call upon you?
Well, you hold open the scroll and you say my name.
Oh, okay.
Kayu just made himself laugh.
Those guys laughing made me laugh, and it made me realize like how weird that actually ended up being.
Oh, cool.
It was mostly just him saying you hold open the scroll and you say it. It's very nonchalant.
Oh, okay.
Like Kayu's character just did exactly everything I find so humorous. Just all exasperated, just like bumped it. Oh, cool.
Yes. Well, remember, Thoth is nothing if nonchalant.
Aaron just kind of like puts the scroll in his robe in like the little department where like it somewhat fits, enough where it stays.
Also remember, it is very important that you do not try to destroy cities or bring down meteors or stop the sun from rising.
Okay.
This will tax your power and call the attention of other gods less friendly than your family.
Okay, I never thought about doing so, but okay.
Forgive me. It has been many, many years since I had to consider what I am telling you.
By the way, another question.
Yes?
How old am I?
What is age to beings that do not know time? Like dragons, you do not live inside of time. Your dragonoid friends are an offshoot of their race that chose to change and develop and evolve.
Okay. But can you at least give me like an idea of like how long I've truly been?
Most likely tens of millions of years old.
Fuck! Okay.
Bearing in mind, you probably slept through this.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, calm down.
You are most welcome. Now I will let your friends speak with your auntie's priestess. Oh, she is such a cutie little Kaliva. So anyway, you be a good boy and call upon me if you need me.
Okay,
He then hands you a little butterscotch disc and pets you on the head softly.
Decides to eat it before time goes back to normal, so he doesn't have to explain why he has it.
Right. Okay, you eat it. Time goes back to normal. Winnie, what are you going to ask Kaliva?
So I guess my first question is, do we realize that we were frozen, or did it just seem like a second went by?
It just seems like a second went by.
Okay. So I go into the room and wait a moment until Kaliba's at a kind of a stopping point with her prayers and.
Winnie, it is a pleasure to see you.
Yes. Hello, Kaliba. might I have a word with you about something?
Absolutely. Anything. It is so good. You have been so generous to our temple.
Oh yes, well thank you. Well now I'm actually in need of your assistance.
Oh, well, yes. Anything you need.
Yes. Is there somewhere that we can talk and I have some other people with me as well?
Oh, yes,
Somewhere.
yes. You may come into the cloister.
Okay.
Follow me.
So are we kind of like out of the room so I
Yeah.
can okay. And then look at everybody and be like, all right, come on, let's go this way.
Yeah.
Does Aaron have a funny look on his face or?
Yes.
I
Very
don't even need
confused.
to narrate that.
Yes. Very confused.
So you look around, Aaron, and you see the people worshiping and praying, and you notice that this is kind of like your family album.
Mm-hmm. So Aaron's just like, my auntie. Okay.
Is there a statue of Set?
Yes, a small one.
A small. I think that's where like Agroth would be like staring, like they're looking at it.
Aaron go next to him, like, so apparently I'm related to him? Like, hardcore related? And he's just kind of there, like, with a, like, really shy smile because doesn't know how to respond to this.
Agroth, how do you respond to the fact that he just said he's related to Set, hardcore related to Set?
Like, how exactly related? Like,
Daddy.
if the kid's eyes that he was possessing could get ridiculous, what they only get, they would probably be, like overly cartoonish.
His laughter is so contagious.
Shenanigans.
Oh, we'll get to you, don't you worry.
So, Agroth will ask, so who was the lion-headed lady then?
The what?
The lion-headed lady. When I looked into you, I saw.
Oh shit, I didn't get that info, did I?
Sekhmet. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's your
yes.
mom.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's my mom. He just kind of nods nervously.
Agroth kind of just starts laughing, looks at the statue, like, "Yo, dog." I knew your father very well. Spent a lot of time with him.
Did you think you would have a kid like me?
Well, we don't know exactly what you'll be. You're so young.
Yeah, young. I could be tens of thousands years old. Kill me.
And Agroth looks at you and says, "That's still young." I'm older than that.
True.
Okay, so we're going to cut back to Winnie talking to Calava with Ale and Stormweaver.
Oh no, Stormweaver stayed behind.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry. So just Ale and Winnie are talking to Calava.
Yeah. Well, I wanted the other two to come in with us too, so.
Well, we're
Apparently
following
they did not
behind.
follow.
We're following behind slowly. It's gonna take 2 minutes to make it in. I don't know.
Okay. So Kalava is sitting there very peacefully. She's like, Winnie, I found something in our sacred scriptures. I must show you.
Oh, wonderful.
It's a picture of you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But during what time period?
Well, it was during the age of chaos. You were young.
Oh.
You happened to have stolen a couple of things from Yin Sloth the Terrible, one of those awful tentacle jungle gods, and
Oh, I had forgotten about that. Was such a good time. Oh my God.
take a fate point for being a fate trickster. All right, so she's like, "Oh, I wish I understood what the context of this was, but it is lost to our people. Would you be able to shed light on this?"
Possibly, yeah. I tell you what, let me come back another day and we can absolutely go
Of
over
course,
that.
of course.
Yeah.
So, what may I do for you?
I'm assuming about this time that Agroth and Aaron are coming in.
Yes.
Okay. So I look over at Calaba and I say, we're actually we're here about our friend Aaron, and I gesture to him as they're coming in the room.
Oh, hello, young one. How are you?
I'm here.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry you don't find our temple a wonderful place of comfort and peace like many people do.
No, it's not that. It's so much more. It's lovely here. It's just.
Well, what troubles you, young man?
I'm a godling. Says it with says it with like a really big nervous smile.
Calava jumps back and does a sign against the evil eye as though she's expecting lightning to come down and strike you.
It's Cat Jesus.
No, Jesus is a demigod. Aaron is a full god. It's totally different.
So I'm gonna go over to Calaba. I'm gonna fly over to Calaba and calm her down and be like, no, it's this is what we needed some guidance on. Okay, our friend Agroth, and I point to Agroth, had a vision when he what was it called? Was it like soul gazing, or what was it? What did you end up doing when you looked into Aaron?
You perceived his soul.
Okay. So. Yeah. Thank you. Whenever he went to perceive his soul, and he drew a picture of the memory, and it was Sekhmet. During the War of the Old One, and it's true. I don't understand how this could be.
Calava stands up, walks over to a cabinet, pulls out a jar of sacramental wine, and just proceeds to drink a large, long draft of it. She wipes her mouth. Winnie, I believe this is above my pay grade.
Ale just whispers, "They get paid?"
God, I wish Malorus was here, but anyhow.
He'd be like, paid? What, money? Huh? Oh.
Well,
yes, I get a small stipend from the church. She takes another swig of wine from the jar. Ah, my goodness. What an eventful day it has been. Are you sure about this? And wait,
Yes.
what did you call this boy?
Aaron.
No, the other boy.
Other boy.
She points to Agroth.
Oh.
I look over at him and kind of look to see if, if I should repeat his name, or if it's something that, just see if I can get any signal from him.
He walks up and he's like, "My name's Benjamin."
For a moment I thought when he called you about a horrible, inauspicious name of Agroth, the defiler of the innocent. Oh, thank heaven. Oh, thank Isis. So, yes, you have a very rare psychic gift, young man. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. If this is true, then she bows before you, Aaron.
Oh my god, I gotta get used to this.
Did they just roar at her?
Yes.
Aaron just did. Ale is like looking at Aaron, just like with an eyebrow raised and his head cocked, like, what the what was that?
Roar,
Aaron looks at Elle and she's like, "It's just me accepting this. Fight me."
Calava has basically started crying when you growl. Anybody else who's like a dragon or a creature of magic, they're not impressed by your silly godling abilities. Mortals, on the other hand, you just terrified her.
Ale's walking over to the terrified. Walking over to the terrified lady and rolling his eyes at Aaron's feeble attempt at roaring.
Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Forgive me.
No. Don't do this. No. What you do is treat me like everyone else. No.
Agroth sees this and he's like, "Bow to your god."
Aaron looks at him, ears perk up, and she's like, "Shut up." No. Treat me like everyone else, god damn it.
Ale is hugging the terrified woman and rubbing her back, and just like is just rolling his eyes at everyone, and it's just like, look, and then it's like, just basically says, "I could make a really bad comment about Catholic churches, but this takes the cake."
Yeah, Aaron's just like, "No, I'm just gonna go admire my mom, I guess. Bye." Just walks out.
Go admire my mom, I guess.
I'm going to look over at Agroth and motion for him to go with Aaron.
Agroth nods and follows after Aaron.
All right. Bow to your god.
You fucking made it worse.
That is what Agroth does best. Woo! All right. So Callum is just in a fetal position in Ale's arms.
And, trying to calm her down and get her to snap out of it, pretty much. So.
All right, Winnie, do you want to use deception to possibly cast a glamour on her and make her think, okay?
Actually, I was thinking about flying over and grabbing the wine and bringing it back over to her.
That works too. Winnie brings more booze. You just let her drink till she passes out, and she'll hopefully think it's all a dream.
Yep.
There's a tiny little lady came in, and this cat boy said he was a god. So,
Ale just like looks down at the woman and is just like, well, I'm sure your day's complete now.
So I suppose after she passes out, that we find somewhere to, whether we get her back over to her room and put her to bed, or find somewhere to leave her to.
You deposit her in the library with the book.
There we go.
Whew. All right. As you all exit the temple, Malorus is basically, he's basically in a fist fight with a bunch of angry orcs.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Ale agrees with Aaron's statement.
Okay.
I told you the damn changeling wouldn't do that. I know the changeling.
As I'm pretty like Ale's already making his way towards him and has heard him say that, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah, Aaron's kind of like just ready to fight. Doesn't care what happens. So, yeah, that might happen.
All right.
And they left two of their best fighters back at the elf place.
I know,
All right, so Malorus is punching with orcs. What do? Okay, we'll start with Winnie. Go Ale. Then Aaron and Agroth.
Okay.
I'm surprised Agroth isn't telling Aaron to say, "Bow to me, I am your god."
Give him time.
Agroth is going to have a whole set of for you.
Say again, Winnie.
How many orcs are there?
There are 6 orcs.
Okay. I want to use deception.
Okay.
To try to cause like an illusion or something to try to scare off some of the orcs.
Okay, you're gonna glamour the orcs. Roll deceive.
Yeah.
Okay, the orcs. Okay, oh, wow, the orcs really suck at resisting this. Alright, so the orcs shriek in terror, and Malorus is like, "Come back here, you filthy sons of whores! I will eat you! I will tear you apart, and your mothers will cry when they see what I've done to you!"
And I'm gonna guess that he is like really like hobbling around.
No, he's not. He's
okay.
He's looking pretty happy.
Pretty. I would guess surprisingly for all the drinking he's probably been doing sober.
Actually, you've never really seen him get drunk, despite the prodigious amount of alcohol he drinks. You might even fear that if he gets sober, the collective hangover may kill him. He comes over and just hugs you and licks your face. Ale!
Hi.
Oh, you beautiful bastard. It's so good to see you.
Just kiss already!
He's licking his face.
Like, Ale looks like gives Aaron an evil side glare as he says that, and then looks back at Malorus. It's just like, hi, I've been gone for what is like 30 minutes, 40.
It's all right. There was a lot of mead.
I can tell.
comes over and towels. He's still got a barrel of it he's carrying. He puts his hand on Aaron's head. He's like, "You're a good lad. You know, being a god is just like being anybody else. You don't let anybody give you shit. All right, you just hit him really hard upside the head with a stick.
Ale
Sticks are good."
Ale puts a hand on his own head and again in Draconic just simply says, "And I find him attractive."
Aaron,
I don't know what you say, but I like it when you talk that way.
And again,
Aaron's just gonna walk off. He's done. So done.
Can we meanwhile over to where Sarex and Stormweaver are?
One moment, I'm just finishing statting out what's going to happen. So that's why I'm letting everybody be silly for a moment. All right. Yes, we're at Illyriel's house. There's a knock at the door. Illyriel answers. It's her messenger. She comes in. She's got this strange page. She's like, "I cannot read this. Can you, Sarex?" It's a changeling cipher that they use for high security documents.
Yes. I shall take that.
All right. It's from Yelan Telvik, and basically, it's pretty cryptic. He's just like, or they're just like, things have changed here. Situation is dire. Much of the old team has been reassigned or disappeared.
Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good.
Then he says one thing in the letter that he says, "Antigone is there. Be careful." And you recognize Antigone as sort of the left hand of the High Protector. Antigone is one of the best intelligence operatives that Crystallis has ever produced.
Fuck that bitch! Why is she here?
Well, damn, Sarex.
Okay, Stormweaver, you hear that in common. Illyriel's like, "That's not typical."
And Stormweaver was just kind of staring at him. He was just bringing out his drum.
This is no time for music, my dragon friend.
This was given to me by spirits. I can ask it questions. You want to know who framed you, right?
I have a pretty good idea. Sarex says, looking at the letter. Ooh, if I throw it in the fire, will strange mystic messages come out?
The drum?
No, I'm asking out of
Away
character.
from him.
No, I mean the letter. If I throw the letter into the fire, will some more stuff appear?
No, unfortunately.
Oh,
Just a lot of charred paper.
It catches fire. It's kind of pretty. The ink gives a green glow to the flames.
and is there nothing else in the letter that can be useful? Could I use? No. Could I use it? Could I use investigate?
Well, your friend just warned you that one of the top intelligence operatives of your city is there in your city and possibly after you. If that's not information, I don't know what is.
Sorry, what was her name again? I'm just going to write that
Antigone.
down. Antigone. Ooh, I like that name. Notes, Antigone. Is it as it sounds?
Yes, Antigone.
Gone. I put
Yes.
Y. Antigone.
Yeah. I went with the Greek and Roman kind of thing.
Of course. Well,
Why would she be here? Not by the side of the High Protector.
I have a drum.
I don't need a drum.
Both of you get fate points for playing this out. Illyriel finally just clutches her head and goes, I believe Stormweaver is trying to use shamanic powers to find out information for you.
Fine, do it! He waves his hand, Zox waves their hands in the air with their back to them, going towards the liquor cabinet.
What question do you want me to ask the drum?
I don't know. Did Antigone kill Zathmog? That'd be
I think
a
a
start.
better question would be who.
No,
Process
we'll
of
go with
elimination.
No, did we go with Antigone? No, that paper, that bloody picture, that... She has to be the one that does it. Ask your bloody magical spirits if Antigone killed Zathmog.
Roll
I think my
rapport,
idea-
Stormweaver.
I think my idea is better, but fine.
You can ask both questions. It would just be 2 rapport rolls.
Oh, okay. So first is his question, if Antigone is the one.
Yes.
Oh,
Told ya.
Oh.
like there's mystical crap all around him. Yes!
Fuck's sake. Fuck it, fuck it, face fuck.
Why do I picture a magic 8 ball?
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well. Okay, right. She's here. Why is she here? Why are they here? I don't know why.
That would have been another good question for the drum!
Well, speak to the drum! Do the tappity-tap language, I don't care.
Tap dance if you have to.
You don't appreciate my drum.
Basically, what happened was Skylar just rolled so well that there was no other way to mystic up the answer than yes. And you did ask a yes/no question. You didn't ask for any intelligence or anything else.
Exactly.
Well, in fits of anger, you don't really process these things. So
He
That's
specifically told him to ask if this person was responsible.
okay, fine. Ask your friends if why she's here. What's her purpose? What's her goal? The end game.
I don't know if it'll work twice in a day.
You can try it.
Okay,
Ask it.
okay, so he's gonna try it.
Sarex is scowling at Stormweaver while he's taking a sip.
By the way, spend a fate point for each question. I think that's a fair thing.
Oh, okay. Alright, 2.
You are limited to only one question per 24 hours. Please return
Actually, the spirits grant you a vision. They grant you a vision of just massive warfare, of plagues and destruction, and then like the changelings of Chrysalis subjugating the other lands.
Oh.
Why?
So, are the changelings attempting to take over? Is that what it is? Is that what it sees?
That it seems to be it, but once again, these are spirits. They don't see exactly from your point of view.
Oh.
What the hell's happening there?
Looks like war.
Yes, thank you for that deductive information. But why are the High Protectors not... When was the last election held? That's the question.
I'm not asking it that.
That's fine. Something's not right. It's not settling. Why is she here? If that vision
Didn't he just ask that?
Sarex is processing things at the moment. It's practically, think of pacing up and down while muttering to themselves. That's what Zarek's
Okay.
doing. So why is she here? She's killing Athmog, framing me. Why? Why the High Protector, the Arch High Protector, wouldn't do something stupid like that? The counterbalance is there, unless the counterbalance of the Vice High Protector is not there, meaning there's no stabilized government, and if there's no stabilized government, chaos will ensue through military authority of the people, taking over lands which I was part of, killing innocent people. I need to become High Protector.
Whoa!
Where did that come from?
Okay.
Well, that's a conclusion.
Okay.
Goals.
All right. Hey, on that note, we are going to. Everybody achieved like a minor milestone here,
Yay.
so you can change an aspect, incident, or you can add one to a skill. Make sure that if you have like a blank space in your skill pyramid, like I think Ale does. Yeah, just move one of those up so it makes a column. So, like, you could raise physique, crafts, or empathy, and just move everything over. This is just to ensure everybody just doesn't jump up and get +4 in everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I need to change that aspect. I have to change one now.
Sure, there's,
Yeah,
there's one
I
button
think
for
you
all
would.
of those.
Yeah, you can even change your high concept. Like, Aaron's would be, holy fuck, I'm a godling.
I might actually do that. Where's my hair? Where is that? Shit.
That's the top aspect.
Top aspect. Aha, yep.
Okay, so he changed his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And Stormweaver, you made like great strides in being a shaman. You asked the spirits. You really did a lot.
Ooh.
So
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with mine. All right, so you said that we can put one skill higher,
or you can change your aspect.
change an aspect. Okay.
Yeah, I already did mine, so.
I don't know what to put as my aspect, because Sarix is still only bursted that out. I must become the High Protector, out of safety rather than anything.
Well, you definitely changed find him to find her.
Yes, it's true.
All right, I'm just gonna put my physique higher to where, and they all stack. So.
Yeah. So, Agroth, you could possibly change felt sadness for Aaron to feels loyalty to Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Like, feels to there.
Yeah. Winnie, something you might do would be change maybe something like you catch more flies with honey than vinegar to
Excuse me.
Mythological master thief. because
Okay.
they just found you in an ancient. It's like, oh look, it shows you here in the Bible stealing that shit from Moses. You see that? All right. Well, this was incredibly enjoyable. And we definitely moved the plot along. We got new stuff and
Yeah,
Stormweaver-
Aaron.
Y'all almost killed me from asphyxiation from laughing so hard.
Mhm. Aaron's gonna be a lot different now. Doesn't give a shit about being shy anymore. Like, has no reason to be shy anymore. So,
Why did you do that, Aaron? Because I'm a fucking godling!
it's like, why? No, it's like, why you do that? Because I don't give a shit.
Because my mom and dad is a
Shenanigans.
god, okay?
Oh my God, you're like the ultimate spoiled rich kid now.
Oh no.
Mom and Dad are gods.
But
Actually,
Mom,
there was
I'm
a
supposed
medieval
to be going
woodcut.
But Mom, I want to go and float the plains again.
No, there was a medieval woodcut of Jesus ascending into heaven, and like all of these people below it, and it's like one of them says, "Jesus, get back down here," and Jesus, somebody put the thought balloon next to Jesus. You're not my real dad, Joe.
I'm really sorry, but like, you know, now I just picture Aaron just saying, you know, white privilege who?
Oh,
God privilege who? You gotta get it right. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. It's like,
Yes.
he's still gonna go for the same stuff he wanted to. Just gonna have a totally different attitude towards it.
Well, remember,
No, and then-
while you immortal folks can't easily be killed, you can still take consequences, and consequences are painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm running a Rift's Fate game for another group, and one of them is pretty awesome because they're playing a dragon hatchling, and they can transform into different forms.
Okay.
And so this one was like, the player was like, okay, I want to look like Neil Patrick Harris. And I'm like, okay, from Doogie Howser. Because he rolled and he got like that he had some pre-riffs video discs. And he's like, I found the complete series of Doogie Howser MD. I'm just going around pretending to be a doctor and using my psychic powers to heal people. And so he gets shot and he takes the consequence now. One of the party members knows something because he's trying to keep that he's a dragon a secret. And so he's laying on the ground with a laser blast through his clothes going, oh yeah, oh this really hurt. That's appropriate, right? Greetings, fellow kids. I feel fine. Oh. Well, thank you all so much for playing tonight. That was great, and I will see you all next week.
Thank you, Tina.
Yes.
More
Yeah.
shenanigans.
Thank you.
More shenanigans. The good news, Josh, is that you do in fact have a godling on your side. The bad news is you do in fact have a godling on your side.
Oh, it's such a cute little godling too.
I am Givenchy.
Aaron is the godling of belly rubs.
True. Very
Yes. And my worshippers will all give me belly rubs.
true. Yes.
2 belly rubs, or I will scratch the shit out of you.
Yes.
But don't
That-
rub the
But
belly
if you
too
scratch
long.
But if you scratch me too much, I'll scratch you.
That's right.
True.
Oh my goodness, that was awesome. This is one of the best games I've run. So,
Aww.
as always, thanks for being so wildly creative and entertaining. And Agroth, thank you to living up to more bow before your God. it was like Monty Python meets a heavy metal album cover. Alrighty, thank y'all. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Thank you, Tina.
Have a
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.